When I was young, my teeth came in. They got sharp edges and stole my grin. Somehow, they didn't match quite right, and now I have an overbite. As if these problems weren't enough, my woofers made my cheeks so rough. And after they became so sore, they couldn't drag me through the door. There was not a bit that I would take, nor a rider I couldn't shake. So there I stood in my stall. No one would help me through it all. My caps came in and stuck so tight. They say I colicked through the night. And now I have a wavy mouth. I hear they'll ship me to the south. So, if you don't want to end up like me, an equine dentist you should see. That poem was by Dale Jeffrey, an equine dentist, in his Equine Dentistry manual, copyrighted 1989. In 1906, Louis A. Marley, V.S., wrote Veterinary Surgery, and the first volume was Animal Dentistry and Disease of the Mouth, published by Alexander Edgar, Chicago, which lists methods of administering to the dental needs of patients that are recently practiced again. American Veterans Dental Society was founded in 1976. The purpose created forums for advancing the knowledge and education and awareness of veterinary dentistry among veterinarians, students, and the public. Equine dentistry was something that was taught back in the early 1900s. That was something they wanted to keep doing for the horses, and steadily over the years had been forgotten about. And why that's become important again, or should have been important the whole entire time, is because without the proper dental treatment to the horse, their teeth can cause them a lot of pain. It can cause them to cut sores in their mouth. It can cause them to cut their tongues. It can cause them to cut their cheeks. It can cause them to get infections. It can cause sinus problems. It can cause digestive problems. It can cause all these issues that if it is not handled right, that horses can either be fussy or they can, end up dying because they can't get the proper nutrition that they need. Now, horses that are more, out in the wilderness, or, horses that are taken care of by man, they differ, because horses that are out in the wilderness, they can eat in fields, and when they eat, they take the grass and they nip it off with their front teeth. And as they nip that off, they get grass, hay, dirt, and bugs and everything in there that create them, where it basically uses the term floating, and it softens their teeth, the edges on the inside and on the out, so that they don't cut their cheeks and they don't cut their tongues, or have those issues. And basically what that is if you can see here, the teeth in a horse on this side are really soft, and the teeth on the inner side are really soft and rounded edges. So how they cut their tongues by the sharpness of these teeth here, and then they cut their cheeks by the sharpness of these teeth here. So if they're in like race horses or trotters, or horses that are kept as pets, they give them food and grains and things that are more for nutrition, and they're a lot less aggressive on their teeth. They have no dirt in it. It's all been processed and manufactured, so there's nothing in there that can help float their teeth. So you have to have a dentist come in, and the dentist will take, and he will float their teeth, and when he floats the teeth, he takes the sharp edges off of the outside, and then he takes the soft edges off the inside here. And then they they also get the woofers, which come in usually right here in the front. And why it's important to take care of the woofers is because if you have a horse that's a racer, a trotter, or any horse that you have that you're going to put a bit in its mouth, that bit is designed to come close to their teeth. And if you have woofers here, that can break their woofers and then cause them pain. So they usually will remove their woofers when they're younger. And they will also put a 45-degree angle on their front teeth so that there's not sharp edges that bit's hitting and hurting them. Tom Allen, he's a DUM veterinary practice. On his Practice News 2001, page 40, writes, "The importance of equine dental care has long been neglected, but is gaining momentum rapidly as veterinarians struggle to resurrect this almost forgotten aspect of equine health care." So as you can see from the poem that I wrote and a couple of the quotes that I read, that it is very important not just, for purposes of eating to take care of the horse's teeth, but also for pain and for other issues that they could have. One of the other issues is if a horse loses their teeth and a dentist isn't there to take care of them, this tooth can do what they call erupt, and it comes up, and it'll keep going up until it hits the top part of their mouth, and that'll lock their jaw, and then they won't be able to eat. So as you can see, equine dentistry is very important. It's something that we should be thinking more of, and that's good.